Hey guys, how's it going? It's Joy. I'm back yet again with another video. I hope that everybody is well watching this. So I got a really good topic today, and as promised, I wanted to talk about my new course, but I will do that later towards the end of the video after I talk about the topic. Um, but yeah, welcome everybody. If you are new, hello. If you are returning, hey. Make sure that you guys do give this video a like if it resonates. If you think someone else can benefit from this, share this video with someone else. All right, so my name is Joy. I am a narcissist abuse coach. I help people heal, recover, and move on after dealing with narcissistic abuse. Myself, I've been dealing with narcissists since 2010, and since 2016, I have been helping people heal, move on, recover, and let go of the narcissist in their life. So I got a really good topic today, and please, you guys, share your feedback. Let me know what you think. Please chime in, whatever advice or whatever story that you guys want to share. Please let me know. I love to hear. It is a Sunday. I hope that you guys are enjoying your Sunday. But I want to talk about, thank y'all for the like. I want to talk about chronic fatigue and NPD, traumatic experiences. So why do people experience chronic fatigue after such traumatic experience with NPD abuse? So for those of you that are not familiar with fatigue, is basically when you're tired, you have low energy, and sometimes you may have a need to sleep all the time, and then other times it's very difficult for you to sleep. It's very difficult for you to kind of basically continue on with your normal activities. And Tashnika, happy Sunday. Hey, how are you? Hopefully you enjoyed your Sunday. But yeah, so that's basically what fatigue is. And this could actually happen. It can become chronic where it's all the time because you guys know, let's say, and God forbid, if something happens, right, you have some sort of injury or whatever, it may heal and it could go away. So it's like you don't have that pain anymore, or you're not having that illness anymore, right? But something that's chronic, it's like it stays with you. It doesn't go anywhere. It's almost kind of like, that's just the way things are. It may be semi-permanent, to a certain degree. But a lot of us, we do experience chronic fatigue after dealing with traumatic experience. And the reason is because, it's shocking. What happens to us after dealing with a narcissist, we wasn't expecting it. You know what I mean? And it's a shock to our system. And it's something that, we wasn't prepared for. And we have to kind of get used to this way of being and this way of living, especially after what the narcissist has done to us. Whether, again, as I always say, if they lied to us, if they cheated on us, they betrayed us in some way, they mistreated us, demeaning us, degrading us, leaving us for someone else, or just kind of leaving us with no closure, abandoning us, just kind of leaving us out in the cold, that kind of stuff, and what happens is that, again, some of us, we are addicted, because I'm not going to lie. I was one of those persons that I was literally addicted to the narcissist. I was addicted to the drama. I was addicted to the new supply, all of that stuff that was going on, and I just had to be honest with myself. But, it was hard for me to sleep at night after, I went no contact with the narc, because in a way in which that they stop talking to us, or if they discard us or we discard us, they always want us, kind of wanting more. And so our mind is not at ease. We're not at peace about everything. So our mind is going to be racing, and we're going to be obsessing and wondering, like, what happened? Did I do something wrong? How can I make this better? Do I need to do something different? Do I need to reach out to the narcissist? You guys know what I mean? And so it's kind of difficult for us to kind of get out of that way of thinking unless, we can recognize it for what it is. But a lot of us, we don't know what's going on. And so, we're up in our heads all day, and it's hard for us to sleep at night. And it's draining. It drains our energy. And, it's hard for us to be normal again, or, for us to function. And I'm saying this from personal experience, because this literally happened to me, you guys. Like, So I went no contact with a narc back in 2014. And when I did that, you guys, I felt like I was like a zombie. Like I literally felt like I was a robot, like, and I wasn't even aware of it. And people were telling me, they're like, "Hey, Joy, like, what's going on? What's wrong?" And I didn't even really. I told them that I was going through a breakup, but I didn't kind of tell them like the full details. But yeah, I realized that, I was kind of on autopilot. I was kind of wanting to talk to the narcissist again, but it was difficult because, again, he had already had a new person in his life. Or I don't really think that that person was new. I just feel like that person was already there, but it was just the first time that I knew about it. But, so I had that in my mind, and it was hard for me to like understand why it was happening and why why the narc would hurt me so bad, right? And why he would just pretend as if I didn't exist, or pretend like, what we had meant nothing. You know what I mean? And so I was up in my head all day and all night, and it was hard for me to sleep. As I know, as in the other videos, I talked about, having night terrors. And I don't know if I mentioned this to you guys also. I would grind my teeth, which actually to this day, you guys, I need, like, it's a, I don't know if you guys know those mouth guards, like some athletes had to put in their mouth. So I actually had to put that in my mouth because I was in my head thinking about the narcissist constantly, like what he was doing and what he was doing with the new supply, and how he was giving the new supply everything that I wanted. He was giving it to the new person. You know what I mean? And so I was, in a sense, I was torturing myself. But the narcissist wants us to do that because, again, they don't give us that closure. And so we're constantly wondering what's going on, And the narcissists, they do this on purpose. You guys know what I mean? And so, yeah, I definitely experienced a lot of that. In, the PTSD, it's hard to, get back in that groove and live life again and be normal because we've been traumatized. We have just been, it's like shocking. Like I said, it's like we don't know what to think about it. You know what I mean? And it's hurtful. It's painful. You feel worthless. You feel down. You feel disappointed. We may even lie to ourselves. We may not want to accept it. We may feel like, oh, well, it's going to get better, and the narcissist is going to leave the new supply, and I'm going to feel better. I'm going to be able to sleep better at night. But no. And the reason why I think it's hard for us to sleep is because I think we want that approval, or we want some sort of validation from the narcissist, and it's like we never get it. And so I think that's why a lot of us, we feel so like low in energy. It's hard for us to sleep. And then others of us, we decide to stay in the bed all day because we feel like we can't live without the narcissist. Like the narcissist has made us codependent on them, right? And let me know, do you guys agree with that? I would love to hear you guys' experience. Because again, like the reason why I do this channel and do these lives is because I really want all of us just to kind of come in, this space, this period of time, so we can just share our experiences and feel comfortable, right? And talk about it, because not everybody talks about this kind of stuff, right? And a lot of people don't even know stuff like this is happening until they actually talk it out and talk it through, But yes, so there's a lot of chronic fatigue going on. And myself, you guys, too, I remember, when I went no contact with a narc, like I did not want to get out of bed, you guys. I'm the first person to admit that, like, I was comfortable being in a bed. I was comfortable, crying like for 6 months and, just drowning in my sorrow, But excuse me, thank God I was able to, go back to my normal life again, get up. Like I said, I had someone that I talked to for a year, so that was cool. Although she didn't know anything about narc abuse, but it was good to at least get that outlet and talk things out, right? And then, like I said, my really good friend, Kristen, God bless her heart, she was definitely someone that I could talk to, and she would get me out of the house. We would travel and go out to restaurants and eat and that kind of stuff. But, just to get out of the house, because one thing is, especially if you are experiencing chronic fatigue, you don't want to be in the house all day. That's just going to make it worse. And you're not going to want to be out in public. You're just going to want to stay inside, fear of, getting hurt, or you may think somebody is after you. You may be scared that you're going to run into the narcissist and you don't know what to think. You don't know your reaction. And then you're not sure, like you feel like unattractive, or you feel worthless, and it's a mess, right? So but yeah, I hope that this was helpful to answer that question. As I said, I definitely did experience chronic fatigue, and how I was able to kind of get out of that, as I mentioned, talking to someone about it, getting out and about, doing my yoga, understanding that this would pass. Now, I know when you're in it, when you're experiencing that chronic fatigue, you could feel like this is your life. Like you could feel like this is the end all be all, but understand that this is something that you have to go through, especially like if you went no contact with a narcissist. Let's say you don't have any kids with them, you don't have any ties to them or anything like that. You're definitely going to be going through withdrawals. You're going to feel like you don't want to do anything with your life. You're going to feel like just your life just ended, like it's nothing left to you. You're definitely going to experience that, because again, you have been mentally, emotionally, psychologically abused. And as I always say, the longer you're with the narcissist, the more damage that they do to you. You know what I mean? And it's going to take you longer to recover. So you do want to be patient with yourself and understand that this is just a part of your recovery process. And just try not to be too hard on yourself. Like you have to really be sensitive with yourself, and understand you are a victim of narcissistic abuse, right? But you don't have to stay there, of course. Like, yeah, I myself was a victim, but I have become a survivor. You guys know what I mean? And it definitely was not easy. And I'm not going to lie, although, yeah, I did have that support, but at the end of the day, I had to sit with myself. I had to sit with my feelings, and I had to go through it. I had to deal with myself, right? Because at the end of the day, yeah, the narcissist did what he did, but what am I going to do about it now? You guys know what I mean? So yes, I hope that was helpful, y'all. Let me know what y'all think about what I talked about. But yeah, and I'm trying to think what else, because I know, like I said, it was hard for me to sleep at night for sure. And I remember, like, because I would say, because when I went no contact with the Narc, that was in 2014. I'll never forget this, you guys. Never, ever, ever. It was March 2014. And I remember after that, I would stay up late. I would stay up super late. Like sometimes I even think I did all-nighters, but I never did that until, I went no contact with the Narc, right? So I did overnighters, and I didn't want to get up the next day, right? And that's just in general. Like, you guys know, like, if you don't get your rest, like, the day before, you're going to be kind of, like, tired and low energy and all that stuff. But that's fatigue. But after you deal with a narcissist, that can make you could feel that way, because a lot of us, we were kind of trained and we were kind of programmed to kind of be a source of supply for the narcissist, right? So we're actually getting our energy from the narcissist too, because the narcissist has made us codependent on literally everything, for their attention, for their approval, for their admiration. And when we're not getting that anymore, that can make us feel bad. That can make us feel low in energy, because it's like us and the narcissist, we're like feeding off of each other. That energy is like kind of intertwining between the two. You guys know what I mean? So, yeah, it's a crazy thing. But anyway, yes, you guys, I hope that was helpful. And let me know, what was you guys' experience? Share it below, please do. Did you guys experience chronic fatigue? And if you did, how did you guys overcome that? What was you guys' coping mechanisms? And again, what I started to do too, what kind of helped me, I just realized, I was like, okay, you know what? I'm dealing with someone that's toxic. I had to like just accept it, right? After I started doing my research and I, reached out to a couple people, I was like, okay, I'm dealing with a toxic person. So what do I need to do, right? So of course, I had already went no contact, but I had to really understand that I had to take care of myself. I had to really indulge in self-care, which means going to bed early, getting my sleep, doing yoga, doing things that make me feel happy, right? Focusing back in on my life again, doing things that make me happy, sing, smile, or go outside and play with a kid, or teach, or model, or dress up, whatever it was, or eat a good meal, spend some time with, a good friend, something like that, travel, get out, so, But yeah. And remember, especially after you've dealt with a traumatic experience such as narcissistic abuse, you got to be very, very careful with yourself. You got to be very easy, very gentle. If you can, I know it may be kind of difficult to do these things, and I guess I'll give you guys homework, but try and practice affirmations, like say things to yourself. I know I said this in another video, but say, I love myself. I like myself. I am overcoming narcissistic abuse. I love me. I'm better without the narcissist. I'm going to be in a better relationship. I'm going to be healed again. I'm going to be whole again. I'm going to recover from this. I deserve love. I am love. I love myself. I value myself, right? And do this every day. Do this every day. You know what I mean? And practice going to bed early. Try it and practice going to bed early. Because I know, and I totally get it, you guys, because I was just like this. Like, it's because of social media and phones. And this is actually something that I'm working on too. But if you want to try to get to bed before 11 o'clock, that would definitely be helpful. But the key is to not have your phone in the bed, right? Because this is something that I'm working on as we speak. Because I noticed, like, when you have your phone in the bed with you, you can kind of get caught up on social media and you're looking at stuff and it just you're just going at it. And next thing you know, it's like midnight or it's like 1 a.m, 2 a.m. Now, especially if you just got out of a relationship with the narcissist, you're probably on their page, or you're probably looking at the new supply, or maybe you could be even looking at pictures of you and the narcissist, and maybe you may even feel in nostalgia, or you could be reminiscing on how things were, how they used to be, how you missed the narcissist. Maybe you missed the way that they treated you, in the beginning of like the love bombing stage. When they put you on that pedestal. You're probably missing that, right? And you're yearning for that. You want that back again. You want the narcissist to want you. But you have to realize that it was a lie. It was a lie. They were playing you, right? They're playing with your feelings. They're plotting against you. Don't want to see you do better than them. Don't want to see you do good at all. Actually, trying to destroy you, really. But yes, try and practice that, you guys. Let me know if that's helpful. Right. And don't forget, always, I don't know if you guys were able to download my little mini journal. If you want to write in your journals and just write out how you're feeling for the day. And I'll give you guys another homework and let me know if you guys try this. I really would like to know if this helps, because I read this somewhere and I actually tried this myself. Because see, one thing about narcissists, you guys, is that they don't ever apologize. They don't ever admit that they were wrong. They don't admit that there's no responsibility, no accountability on their end at all. So it's all your fault, right? So what could be helpful, especially when you're when you're recovering, and maybe some of you guys are having a hard time sleeping, or maybe you feel like you're sleeping all day. So it's like you're not being productive. You're not getting anything done because you're so focused on what happened, and you want to go back to the past. You know what I mean? Or you want to talk to the narcissist, but like you just know that it's not right, but it's like you want it, But if you want to write a letter to the narcissist, whether you want to type it up on your computer, or if you want to just actually get a piece of paper and write out how you feel, write out what happened, write out everything that the narcissist did to you, how it made you feel, what you went through, what you experienced. And it doesn't have to be all in one day, but just write it out. And you don't have to send this to the narcissist. Please don't. I mean, some of you can if you want to, if you feel comfortable, but I personally would not, because 9 times out of 10, they're just going to blame you, and it's going to make you feel worse. But write a letter out, right? Everything you feel, get it out your system. And then once you do that, if you want to burn it, or you could just rip it up and just throw it away, or you could flush down the toilet, whatever. But I'm saying to do that because that's going to help you to get all of your emotions and your feelings out of your system. I'm not saying it's going to be the end all be all. Maybe you have to keep doing that each day, each week, each month. You know what I mean? But I think it's a start. You know what I mean? Because again, as I said, narcissists are not normal. And after ending the relationship, it's difficult to understand. It's difficult to know what happened and to grasp it, and discover what just happened to you. You've been abused, right? That's essentially what's happened. You've been emotionally abused, you know, over years or months or whatever, you know, and you've been traumatized basically. And I know that that's kind of difficult to accept. A lot of us, we don't want to accept that. But I think once you can get real with yourself, if you can just be honest, then I think you can get onto that road to recovery, right? So anyway, I hope that that was helpful, you guys, and let me know what was your thoughts, what you think. And so yeah, so anyway, you guys, I wanted to share with you. So I have some exciting news, and I'll be kind of talking more about this. And I know you guys have been hearing me talk about my course that's going to be coming out. So I'm super excited, you guys. So my new course is going to be called Breaking the Patterns in Relationships, Preventing Narc Relationships in the Future. So I'm super excited. It's going to be a video course, right? And I am thinking the release date is going to be August the 24th, right? And you guys could get that on my website, and I'm going to have it available there on my website where you can purchase it and all that good stuff. But I'm also thinking about doing a webinar, so stay tuned for that. But I wanted to share that with you guys because I don't know if you guys remember me doing a community board post. And I was just wondering, like, well, what are some things that you guys want to learn about? Because really, you guys, like I always say, I want to do videos for you guys so that way you can learn and it can help you, you know, in any and all ways, right? But this video, this course, I think it's going to be really good because I feel like a lot of us, you know, we go through relationships, narcissist relationships, but it's like, we don't want to continue to keep doing that, right? We want to learn how to not repeat those same patterns again. And we want to have better relationships for the future. So that's why I thought that this course would be really good because I feel like it can help you identify certain patterns that we may have that could be preventing us from having those relationships that we really want, whether it's with our friends, whether it's with our family members or coworkers or just in general, you know what I mean? So yeah, so in the course, and like I said, I'll be making more videos about this in the weeks to come. But we're going to be talking about breaking patterns that we repeat in relationships, right? Identifying what our habits are, right? Identifying what they are so that way we can stop or we can acknowledge and then learn why we're doing it and how to stop it, right? And then what are those patterns that play out in relationships? So it's like certain patterns could be, you know, where you feel codependent or you feel lonely. And thank y'all for the like. But yeah, where you feel like you need to be with someone, or it's like you're needy, or you could be overdoing it, or you may have certain expectations that are kind of unrealistic, you know. Or it could just be self-esteem and your confidence or your values and your morals and all that kind of stuff, right? Just those patterns that could be playing out. Or it could also be your inner critic. You know, it could even be your ego playing out in those patterns kind of playing out in relationships that could be preventing you from attracting a better relationship that you wanted, right? And then also in the course, we're going to be talking about how not to be triggered by certain patterns, by what people, you know, not saying that a person is trying to hurt you, but just in general, like if let's say you're in a relationship, or let's say that you're dating and maybe you had a previous relationship where it didn't go so well, how not to be so easily triggered. And if you are triggered, how to work through that particular trigger, because everybody has different issues, right? So we're going to be kind of talking more about that in the course. And then, and again, you know, how certain times of the year you may get triggered, you know, so events and holidays and occasions and stuff like that, you know. And then common patterns in narcissistic relationships and how to break them, right? Or even triggers as well. And then, as I mentioned, once you are triggered, what to do about it and how to stop that. And then, you know, maybe even how to get into a better relationship. But mainly this is going to be a course about breaking those patterns that we have been so accustomed to showing up in a relationship. We're gonna walk through that, talk about it, how to break free from it, so we can be free to get the relationship that we want, or just be free of the past, right? So I hope that sounds good. Let me know, you guys. I'm super excited to release it. I can't wait for you guys to see it because, I mean, this is what I've actually experienced, and as I always say, I'm not perfect at all. I'm just a person that has went through narcissistic abuse, and I help people overcome it, and I'm no bigger and better than anybody watching this, right? So anyway, I'm really excited. And as I said, it's going to be coming out August the 24th. So make sure that you guys do get it. It's going to be super affordable. So, but yes. So anyway, you guys, I love you so much. And till next time, I'll see you all. Let me know what was you guys' feedback on this video. If you guys have any thoughts, any concerns, or anything that you guys want to learn about, leave them in the comment box below and I will make it. And if you guys tried my homework, let me know. I would love to hear you guys' results. Other than that, happy Sunday, everybody. And I will see you all. Oh, and last but not least, I am doing free 30-minute support sessions for this entire month of August 2021. So if you guys would like to get a free support session from me, doesn't necessarily have to be about narc abuse, but it could just be anything that you're going through in your life. Please feel free to reach out to me. Or if it's about narcissists, that's cool as well. You can reach out to me. You can visit my website, or you can email me at livenarcfree9@gmail.com. And if you guys want to learn more about how you can work with me one-on-one, you can book. You have the option of booking a support session, or if you would like to inquire about my coaching program, I have a 90-day coaching program. I actually have several on there, or any other video and audio courses that I mentioned about narcissistic abuse, how to identify them, how to heal, how to recover after dealing with narcissists, how to build better boundaries with individuals and in your relationships, right? And yeah, how to move on after dealing with a narcissist. So yes, you guys, I hope that you all enjoyed it. I will see you guys till next time. Namaste and live narc free. Bye, guys.